After voting favorably for Senator Balfour's substitution, the committee ruled 8-2 to give a due pass to SB 31, and the final vote for SB 57 was 43-9. Now that bill moves on to the House. The students took their fight from the steps of the Capitol indoors, where they invited legislators to discuss the issues over lunch. All over the Capitol today, you could see bright green stickers with the words "Be there for seniors" on lobbyists, visitors, and legislators alike. Eric Johnson, chair of the Senate Ethics Committee, is targeting 19 legislators who are delinquent on their state income taxes. Today, he had some strong words for them. SB 31 allows utility companies to charge customers to cover the cost of building nuclear power plants before those plants are built. Senate Resolution 452 was introduced by Senate Ethics Chair Eric Johnson shortly after the Georgia Department of Revenue announced that 22 state legislators were delinquent on their state income taxes. Yesterday, the Senate Minority Leader Robert Brown spoke out on his current tax situation. That resulted in controversy under the Gold Dome today between Senator Brown and Senator Johnson.
One of them came forward and admitted it's the Senate Minority Leader who lectures the Senate every morning in the well about what we're spending money on and what we're not spending money on. And here he is, hasn't filed an income tax form in 2 years.
No, I did not admit that I was delinquent on my taxes. I admitted that taxes had not been filed. And so what that means is that I had not filed the taxes, and I filed for an extension.
Senator Johnson presented his case for SR 452 today with the Commissioner of Revenue, Bart Graham. The commissioner explained how these legislators were able to get away with it.
In most cases, they're repeat offenders. And repeat offenders, and where we've engaged them historically, and then as soon as they came current, they went back off the radar screen again, or tried to. The folks that appear on that list are without a doubt fully aware of what they have and have not done.
If this change to Senate rules is adopted, the commissioner would be able to file ethics complaints against senators who are delinquent on their taxes. The ethics chair would then privately investigate and decide if reprimand or dismissal is necessary. As we said before, SR 452 passed through the Senate Rules Committee. It'll come to a vote on the floor tomorrow.
I think we need to put some ethical guidelines on the in vitro fertilization IVF industry.
Senator Ralph Hudgens sponsors SB 169. The bill would limit the number of embryos implanted in women. The bill comes after Nadia Suleman, a California resident, gave birth to 8 babies using in vitro. Today, before the Senate Health and Human Services Committee, Jennifer Lau from the Center for Bioethics and Culture made the case for what she called more natural ways of fertilization.
The egg quality is much better in minimal stimulation IVF. Better quality embryos, better success implantation makes better, healthier babies.
The opposition says the Octomom case is no need for the legislation. Dr. Andy Toledo explains.
The Octomom event is certainly the exception and not the norm that goes on in our medical community. This would not happen in Georgia.
Mothers that conceive using in vitro also testified.
There are other patients out there that are currently seeking treatment that are terrified. They are literally terrified. This bill is going to take away their ability to have a child.
Many of the committee members were concerned about possible legal and ethical landmines. The committee voted for SB 169 to now move to a subcommittee for more deliberation. Reporting for Lawmakers, I'm Brittany Evans.
No more cuts! No more cuts!
Senior rights groups are facing budget cuts that would take away millions of dollars from food and care programs. They battled winter temperatures to make their opinions clear this morning.
If you cut the service, people my age, and a lot of them who are taking care of people that are younger than they are, will no longer be able to take care of their loved ones.
For many at the Capitol today, like Richard Garcia, who's in the early stages of dementia, it was a very personal issue.
I myself have nearly set my house on fire trying to cook. That may sound humorous to some people, but when you forget, when you forget what burner you turn on, or you forget the burner is still on and you lay something on the burner, that's devastating. If it were not for the services like Cambridge House, I and others like myself would have nowhere to go.
Several legislators came to the rally in support. Senator Nan Orrick also spoke in the well today, calling for a rollback of the cuts that she described as incredibly severe. Reporting live, I'm Brittany Evans for Lawmakers.